Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is your boy Crooks the Great back at you guys with another banger of a UFC 5 news video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about a change that EA made to online ranked championships that I feel like is very beneficial for the whole community. So as you guys can see here, we got EA, Hey, Steve, Dave, one of the most reliable sources when it comes to gameplay changes, as well as like anything UFC 5 related. This guy's been very accurate, and I really appreciate him before we even get started for doing a majority of the stuff that he has done for UFC 5 in terms of like releasing how things are going to work, gameplay, stuff like that. So shout out to him for that. But it looks like the first change they made was each rotation has been shortened from 1 hour to 30 minutes. And the second one they did was they've updated the weight class pool so that popular weight classes are seen more often. So I really like that they've done this because, number one, you don't have to wait a whole hour to get into your favorite weight class. So if there are weight classes that you don't enjoy playing in, you don't have to wait a whole hour to get back on the game. And I feel like that's going to be very beneficial and very nice for a majority of the community because we all have weight classes we don't like to play in. Me and myself, I don't really care to play, at least for UFC 4, I didn't really care to play in the heavier weight classes. But if I'm a streamer, you know, there were some times where I had to endure a whole hour of heavyweight and light heavyweight when I really just didn't really feel like playing it. So now I don't have to wait a whole hour. I only have to wait 30 minutes. And I feel like for content creators as well, this is a blessing because now you don't have to wait a whole hour to get a certain fighter that you might be doing a fighter showcase for. But then there kind of are a little bit of pitfalls to that too. Is now you only have 30 minutes to get a fighter showcase in, so that's going to limit how many fights with a fighter that you do get in the weight class. But you know, you take some to give some, you know what I mean? But I'll take it. And I like how they've made the more popular weight classes. They're going to make the more popular weight classes seen more often. That's a very nice thing to hear because like I said, a lot of people don't like fighting in certain weight classes. And I would say a majority of the community doesn't really care to play in the heavier weight classes and the women's weight classes. From what I hear in the community, a lot of people just don't really tend to like to play in those weight classes. So that they're going to make the more popular weight classes more often seen and more readily available is really nice. It's gonna keep a lot of the player base on playing the game. So that's a really nice thing to see because I know a lot of us in the community hate having to get on and wait for 25 minutes to get a fight because it's the women's weight classes, or it's heavyweight, or it's light heavyweight, or it's it's ridiculous. You get a long wait time just because of the weight classes that are on. So I think that's going to make for a better experience for the community as a whole. And it's just really nice to see that they've listened to the community. Because I know a lot of people were complaining about, or were making an issue about the 24-hour thing that we seen in the game modes trailer. So it's nice that they did that. And they actually listened when we said, you know what, maybe an hour is too long. Maybe make it 30 minutes. I mean, all of us would have loved for us to be able to choose the weight classes like we did in UFC 3. But they shortened it up to where that's going to be even less of a problem in UFC 5 than it was in UFC 4. And then on top of that, they made the weight classes more popular. The more popular weight classes more readily accessible. That's nice, man. And they did that as a response to what the community was saying. So it's nice to see that they're listening to us, even if it's something as small as this. It's a gesture of good faith to the community. So don't take this for granted because, in past games we didn't get this. In UFC 4 we didn't get this. So it's a very big deal that they did actually listen to us with this. But there's one other thing that I wanted to touch on in the video, and that's this tweet that he did release right here. There's going to be a blog coming out today because this tweet was made yesterday that will outline all the gameplay updates that have been made to UFC 5 since the closed beta. So for those of you guys that are wondering what's going to be different gameplay wise heading into UFC 5 from the beta, there is going to be a blog posted up on this Twitter page right here. I'll show it to you. EA Hey Steve Dave. I'll leave a link to it in the comment section to where you can go and check out exactly what's been changed since the beta, so that way you can get a good feel of what to expect from UFC 5 before you actually jump into the game. So I feel like that's a great thing as well. They're going to show you what's been changed for those of you guys that did play the beta. So be on the lookout for that as well. Make sure to check your Twitters if you got them. And if you don't follow me on Twitter, make sure to follow me on Twitter as well. Hold on, let me click. Where's my profile at? I'm going to go ahead and... I don't know how to get to my profile, but my name is right here, Crooks209. Follow me on Twitter. I'll leave actually the link to my Twitter is in my is in the description of my channel. So make sure if you guys want to follow me on Twitter to go do that as well. I'm going to be dropping a lot of little interesting things on Twitter every now and again. But that's it for the video, guys. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to slap that subscribe button as well as slap that like button. It'd be much appreciated. So that way this video does get thrown into the YouTube algorithm and get spread around to the whole YouTube UFC community, man. It'd be much appreciated. And as well as you guys slapping that subscribe button, it is free, but it really, really helps support me on the grind. And it's really much appreciated as well. But until the next video, guys, take it easy, be safe, enjoy the rest of your guys' day, afternoon, evening, depending on where you guys are watching this from. And I will see you guys in the next video.